Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to a brand new Let's Play of Civilization 6. This is the first proper Let's Play on the channel of the full retail version of the game, although I did start a stream last night. I was just playing that on Prince though, because I was trying to find out if they had improved the AI much since the press version, which it doesn't look like they have done at all. However, I have seen quite a few people who have jumped straight in on things like Emperor and above, and been absolutely crushed. So what I'm going to do is this first game here, I will just play on King. I'm going to slowly work my way up, because I really don't know what sort of bonuses the AI gets on different difficulty levels in Civilization 6, nor do I know how well the difficulty scales. Plus, I still haven't optimized my own gameplay yet, so we need to get that sorted out. Definitely going to go for a standard map, and we'll still play on standard game speed. I think that is good enough. Now then, map type. I've done a lot of continents. I've done a fair few Pangeas. Island plates, inland seas. We could do fractal. So that can be really, really weird. Let's go for fractal, just for something a little bit different. And the city I want to play as in this game is Sumeria. And the reason for that, I really want to see how overpowered Epic Quests is. So when you capture a barbarian outpost, you receive a tribal village reward in addition to the usual gold. And you pay half the cost to levy city-state units. Just think, if you watched my Rome video, how many barbarian outposts we cleared and how often we were clearing those barbarian outposts. Now imagine if every time we did that, we had the chance to get a free scout or a free worker or some faith or some science or some culture. That is going to be really overpowered. We've also got the Adventures of Enkidu, which allows us to declare war on anyone who's at war with our allies, and we wouldn't get any warmonger penalty. And also, if we're at war with a common foe, that us and our allies share pillage rewards and combat experience gains within 5 tiles, which again is really overpowered. Definitely built towards warfare though. And then we have the War Cart, which is our unique unit. It's an ancient era unit, stronger than any other starting unit. It doesn't have any penalties against anti-cavalry units, and it has 4 movement if starting in open terrain, which is really nice. And then finally, the Ziggurat, which unlocks the builder ability to construct the Ziggurat unique to Sumeria. It must be built on... gives us +2 science and +1 culture if it's built next to a river, and it can't be built on hills. Let us go and select Gilgamesh and start.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest, from this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. Much rests upon your shoulders, King Gilgamesh. Your own people, and many people of the world, look to you as a leader. But you are more than a mere man, and the weight of the world will never cause you to waver. Encourage the people of Sumer to settle the fertile lands along rivers, and be sure to choose your allies carefully, for there will be many vying for a piece of your strength. Venture forth, for it is time to begin your epic tale.
So even though looking at Sumeria's unique abilities, it certainly seems that they are more geared to warfare. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going straight in for a domination victory, because domination victories are quite boring, but we'll see where it goes. I'm just going to see where the game takes me, really. So, camera's not pointing where it should be. Now, one thing I have done in the release version that wasn't in the press version, I've disabled that annoying auto unit selection thing, which is why you can see it hasn't actually selected my settler here. But I've turned off that annoying auto unit cycling. There isn't an option to do it. You actually have to go into one of the ini files and change it manually. So, we're on a river. It looks like there is a coast here, but this might not be a bad place to settle. We'd have sugar, horses, stone, tea, cattle, marble, more stone there. We would have some mountains in range for districts later on. I think this is actually quite a good tile to start with, so let us go and found our city right there. We have Uruk. Let's go and do a little bit of exploring with our warrior. Choose our production, so we can start straight away with a war cart. They're very, very expensive. But we will go and get a scout straight away. We don't have a lot of production, unfortunately. Let's see what tiles we're working. We are just working a 5 food tile, which is amazingly good. I guess we're growing 3 turns, so I'll leave it just working that tile until we grow. Normally I would change it to one with a little bit more production so we could get that scout out a bit more quickly, but we'll be able to change it over. I'm going to go for pottery. Gaining one of the other starting techs that allows you to actually make an improvement is fine, but we won't have a builder for quite a while. So we may as well go for pottery early so we could get the granary when we can. So let's go on to the next turn. And we'll keep exploring around with our warrior here. I mean, hopefully we will find a goody hut or two quickly. So what I need to try and do is really concentrate on micromanaging placement of population, which is something that I have been really failing to do in my last few games. We've already found a goody hut. There is some tundra down here, which is not ideal. Need to keep our eye open for a spot for our second city. So let's get the goody hut. Now we've got a Eureka boost to irrigation. It's nice to get that very early on, because I think we will need that for the sugar. Yeah, it requires irrigation. So the population has now grown. So we want to make sure... we could just be on like total food focus, but we've got no production going on. So one of you is locked into food. One of you move on to a little bit more production. We will grow again in 5 turns. Although we might be better off actually just going for some higher production to get that scout out as quickly as possible. There's no point growing too quickly because you have the housing cap. So we will just end up hitting the housing cap in record time and we'll get behind on our production. So I'm going to slow the growth down a little bit just to speed the production up. So start getting a few units out. We need to have a look around with here. We don't want to stray too far away because we do expect that we're going to get barbarians relatively quickly. As soon as the scout is finished, I will get a slinger out. Very important to have slingers out in this game. And we have found a barbarian camp, which we should be able to clear quite easily, because we will get a goody hut reward for doing so. Says minor defeat, but remember we can attack and heal up. We will have our scout in one more turn, so we'll be able to go off and do some exploring with him. So let's go on to the next turn. And we have met a city-state, apparently. Geneva. I don't know where we met them. Oh, they're all the way down there. Our scout must have spotted them. So we have a quest with you, I would assume. We don't have an envoy with them either. Influenced by one civilization, an unmet player. So somebody else is over to the left here. Trigger a Eureka moment for the wheel technology. It might happen. So I think we definitely want to send our scouts over in this direction. See if we can find who... Oh, that's why we spotted Geneva, because they walked past our city. But we need to go and try and find out who that other civ is as soon as possible. Normally I'd rush a monument, but I think we need to get a slinger out here, just in case we do end up with any more barbarians. Now, we'll come off worse if we attack here, so let us heal up for a turn or two. We're in neutral territory, so we'll heal at 10 hit points a turn.
Feel happy in the good potter's hand.
So you heal 20 hit points per turn in a city, 15 per turn in friendly territory, 10 in neutral territory, and 5 in enemy territory. So we can choose our next tech. Irrigation might not be bad, because then we'd be able to get the sugar, but of course we do still need to get the get a builder before we can do much else. I would like a holy site and a campus. Of course, ideally you want to get these put next to mountains, and the mountains are down in this direction. So what do we go for first? Probably mining, I suppose. We'll start working towards these. We will need to get a builder out pretty quickly. But we'll keep looking over here, see what we can find. There might be a good city spot up here in the just to the sort of northwest of us. But we will certainly have to have a look around and see what we can find. There's actually a city-state there with the look of things. And somebody gets a promotion. That is you. We're not going to take that promotion because we can actually clear this camp. So they must have attacked me, which is... This is the problem with this auto unit cycling. So we got an inspiration boost for that one. Fantastic. We've clearly met another city-state here, Leventa, We've met their units at least. So let's keep going over in this direction. And we've met Seoul. Now what does Seoul give us? When you enter a new era, one random Eureka from that era. Okay, that's nice. So we've met 2 scientific city-states already. Let's just get rid of some of these pop-ups. Not the promotion one, because I need to remember to take that one. Got a promotion available for our scout as well. So that is nice. But yeah, definitely think we want to have a slinger out for defense. And we will build some of our unique units where we can. Now, I wonder if it upgrades into anything. That's something that I need to check. So, let's go and have a quick look. We want our leaders. Gilgamesh. You... Not showing me the unique unit. War cart. Upgrades to a knight. Okay, fine. So, you can go and take your promotion. Combat strength versus melee and ranged units. I love it. You're back at full health. You get a promotion too. In fact, I won't pop it yet. I will actually do some movement with you. I just wanted to see what was up there. You've got 1 movement left. So, we will give you... Right, what do we have more? Rainforests or hills? It looks pretty flat, to be honest. Not many of either. There definitely seems to be more trees around than hills. So, we will go for Ranger. And go on to the next turn. So give us a bit more movement speed. Ah, that looks like Rome. So we'll have to have a look there and see exactly who it is. There we go, Leventa. Leventa is a religious city-state. They are influenced by us. And what do they give us? It would be your builders can now make colossal head improvements. I remember. How is our city doing? Still at 2 population. That is fine. Code of laws is almost complete.
Augusta e Roma imperator Caesar Traianus sum. Quises. Qua e terra patria vocas.
Well, okay. We have met Rome. Honored to meet you. Love to sample some of your hospitality. So now we get a boost to writing. Ah, we got...
At his best, man is the noblest of all animals. Separated from law and justice, he is the worst.
So, we've just seen a scout, a barbarian scout north of our capital, so there might be a camp up there. But yep, we've met Rome. Let's go and change our policies. I don't think we need double experience for recon units. The extra combat strength when fighting barbarians is always good. And we'll take the extra faith and gold, start building up some money and some faith. Hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves a religion in this game. Let's go up and... Actually, no, I probably want to go south because I've got a feeling that's probably just going to be coast. So we get to choose a new civic. Now, I think you normally discover... Improving 3 tiles takes a while, and it's normally easier to find a second continent. So I think we'll just go for craftsmanship early on. That seems to work out for me more often than it doesn't. 1 more turn until the city grows, and we'll also get our slinger. We definitely want to look out for a spot where we can settle our second city. So I do intend to do just a tiny little bit of exploring with this slinger here. Choose our production. Now is probably a good time to go for the monument. Not a lot of point getting the settler until we know where to put him. So we're now working the 5 food tile, which is a good tile. But we're soon going to... Well, let's not work 2 food and 1 production when we can work 3 food and 1 production. So we could lose the 5 food tile and just go all out production. 11 turns until growth or 6 turns until growth. I think we'll take the 6 turns until growth. Let's go and sneak around the other side of Leventa with our warrior. Again, we probably shouldn't be heading too far away with him, but we do want to have a look and see what's there. Rome has sent a delegation to us. Thank you very much. Might be worth having an ally in this game, providing Rome doesn't forward settle me.
Than the wife of a coal miner.
So we've now got mining. Are we working towards these mountains yet? We are not. We definitely want to get ourselves a lot of these things, really. We want writing. We really need to get sort of these 2 tiles. It might take some time to get down there. But let's go and get writing anyway. Let's keep having a look around with you. There's got to be some more goody huts somewhere that we've missed. Just need to find a good spot to settle. You can just sort of work your way down there. You should be fine. Unit needing orders. We'll have to swing back around. Make a big wide loop. And obviously I'm playing on a fractal map, so it could be quite an interesting layout. They often are. Let's cross the river. Okay, so we're on the corner of the map there. Or at least our little corner of the world. I just want to have a quick look up here. See what there is next to the river. There might be a good settle spot. You're sort of working your way down. A lot of mountains down here next to Geneva. Constantly gaining XP, because you do get XP for scouting in this game. You need to come home. So there is a damaged scout there. Not too sure where he's coming from. There must be a camp up there somewhere. Of course, we would like to try and kill a barbarian with our slinger, because then we'll get a boost to archery. We're going to go this way. On to the next turn. Rome is already in the class clearer. So yeah, I want to get down to these mountains, because this would be a perfect place to get a holy site and an academy. Or not an academy, a campus. So let's go and attack you with the slinger. Can't believe that wasn't a kill. He's down to how many hit points? Does it not tell me? He doesn't have a lot of hit points left. It'd be nice if it actually told me how many hit points he had. Anyway, we don't have to worry too much about him. This guy's definitely not going to get away. Surprised we even took any damage from that, to be honest. Doesn't look like the guy had a chance, really. Unit needing orders, you still. Ah, well, we found a barbarian camp down here. Now, this isn't one that we can clear with our scouts, but we can certainly get a unit down there at some point. I do intend to build my unique unit, so it might be worth trying that out. Let's keep exploring with you. Looks like Leventa's got some more horses. No idea where that scout went. We'll move you onto the hill on the next turn, if you can. I'd like to get you over there. So this new movement system still really does bother me. It is the one thing that I most dislike so far about Civilization 6. Not a fan of it at all, to be honest. So, oh, a Barbarian Camp has literally just spawned there, so that'll be another goodie hut for us. This kind of makes up for our Explorer not really being able to do a lot of exploring. They're already throwing themselves at me to get themselves killed off.
Means sharing. It's part of the human condition to want to share things. Thoughts, ideas, opinions.
Obviously, we have that policy that gives us some better strength when fighting against barbarians. In fact, we should be able to get a decisive victory if we just go and attack there. So, let's go and clear that out. And we get a boost to bronze working. We need to heal up again, though. So, next we probably want to go for animal husbandry, because we will have some horses. Ah, we can found a Pantheon. Fantastic. Let's kill that guy off before he gets away. And we get the boost to archery. Brilliant. Pantheon. Right, this one's always a difficult choice. Production from marshes, oasis, and floodplains. Do we have many floodplains? Not really. No real marshes either. Okay, so maybe that one's not quite as useful. We don't really want the tundra. +1 amenities to cities if they have a holy district adjacent to a river. If we build our holy district here, it will be adjacent to a river. That could be quite useful to us. We could also get another city over here somewhere. I mean, the holy city doesn't have to be... holy site doesn't have to be adjacent to a mountain. It just gets more faith if it is. Or production towards ancient class clearer wonders. Faith from quarries. We won't have many of those. +1 great person point from holy site, campus, and theatre square. That could be useful, getting those extra great person points. And you never lose your Pantheon in this. We don't have any of these things, really. Oh, okay, we've got some tea, but that's about it. +50 faith for each barbarian outpost cleared. That could be useful, but I actually think if we want to get a religion, Divine Spark will probably be slightly better. I'm going to go for that one for the time being. That gives us a boost to mysticism as well. Let's keep looking around with you. And we found another goodie hut that Rome apparently missed. Before we hit next turn, we have grown in population. Let's just have a quick look and see where we are now working. So you've decided to go on the food. We could go for the tech here. 5 turns until completing the monument, or 4 turns until completing the monument. Let's go for the production here. We are going to want to get another settler out quite soon. And the quicker we can get a second city, the better, really. But of course, we do have to be able to defend ourselves. I really want to see what's over here, though. That's the point. You guys really just need to heal up. So go ahead and do that. Let's go and get ourselves the goodie hut. 20 faith. Nice.
Ditissimas tui regni regiones diripendas ostibus dauisti.
So he's a little bit upset that we're not expanding. But we will expand. We're just waiting a little bit. He can just go away. Go away with himself for a while. So, as in usual civilization fashion, we will just do one more turn. We do have a barbarian camp over here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. We found it. And that is all we can do on this turn. So with that in mind, I am going to end the video there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you're going to enjoy this series of Civilization 6. I will see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.